Tech Stress, the benefits of hiring a developer. So, Alyssa, hello. Let's add you on live. Hi, Ashley. I love that you're always here, Ashley. All right.
Okay, looks like we're good. Let me just
Are we live on Facebook?
Looks like it is. Let me double check. So much tech.
Yeah. Tech stress never ends.
Well,
hey, everybody. Facebook, Instagram, wherever else you're looking from.
Okay, so today I already mentioned briefly, but we're going to be talking about how it allows you to break free from tech stress. So if you're new around here, I'm Alyssa, and I am a developer, WordPress developer, more specifically, over at Italicized Creative. I work with designers and other small business owners to bring their websites to life and make them functional and work for them so their businesses get results.
Yeah. And I am Kelly. I am the graphic designer here at Starcastle Studio. I work with artful and entrepreneurs and makers, creatives, to build memorable, unique branding and other visual magic. Yeah, but the two of us teamed up together to bring this amazing bundle where we design your website, bring you through the branding, and get you everything all set and looking great online together, both doing our unique skills. So today, yeah, we're talking about benefits of hiring a developer. We've all kind of thought about it before, I'm sure, if you're a designer, but we're just going to dive into how it's helped me and how it can help you. So number one, if you're hiring a developer, you get to focus on what you're good at. So you get to give your business 100% of your attention. You get to regain all that time of, looking things up or trying to figure out what you broke. We've all been there. And you actually get to use your time to make money, do things that are going to generate you income versus just, getting lost in code and trying to figure things out. So for me, it's been really helpful having Alyssa to check those things or just take care of things that she totally understands and they're out of my wheelhouse. We can't be good at everything. So hi. Hi. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. And actually, just to piggyback on that, your business, it's you started your business for a reason, and yeah, you don't want to get into stuff that you don't want to do. Like I know for me, I was doing design for a long time. I'm happy to be free of that. So it really, you built your business for a reason. Do what you're good at. Okay, and so one of the reasons why you might benefit from hiring a developer is because it allows you to take back your time. So there's no more endless Googling. I know we've all been there. I've been there. You've been there. You want to implement a certain feature on a site, and you want to do that, and you spend maybe days, maybe weeks, sitting there Googling and figuring out and finding different solutions. You land on a page, there's code, you copy and paste the code, you put it in. Does it work? Nope. Back to Google, try the next result, and you keep going. And before you know it, so much time has elapsed. And if you're getting paid, if you're a designer and you're getting paid to design, that's taking a lot of your time away. But also if you're, you're a coach or any other business owner, that's time that you could be spending on clients that you could be getting paid for. And instead, you're sitting there wasting it when you can be hiring a developer and someone like me could get it done in minutes. Usually, things like that might take you like 10, 20 minutes. I can get done in a minute. And even if it does take a developer a while, that's one less thing that's on your plate.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So it frees up your time, which is really great.
Yeah, and Ashley's saying here, like, you 100% hire for this in your business. Yeah, I think it's a total game changer. You don't have to be figuring it out or trying to guess. You're really getting like that expertise help. It really changes things.
Definitely. Okay, so another benefit is that you get behind the scenes. So if you're not a developer, you might not know all that goes into it. A developer can help you out immensely with things just on your site functioning. So we kind of know a bit about SEO, so we can make sure that when we implement some features that we have SEO practices in mind. And if you went and did DIY that yourself, that would be missing from your site. And that's something
for sure.
Also, as a developer, I know I'm kind of building now for WordPress, so I would keep an eye out for like things that might pop up in the future. So I know you want a certain feature implemented, but then the feature it's going to go to interfere with something else. I can warn you off and attack it before it actually becomes a problem. And if you're just doing what you want to do, issues in the future. So taking care of it.
Yeah, and for me, I would say too is there are certain things that come up for sure that if you're not a developer, you have no idea to even consider. So if I'm talking about a site, I always run it by Alyssa. Is this even possible? Or what are the issues on mobile if we try to do this fancy thing? Things like that. And thanks, Ashley. She's saying she likes my hair. It just dyed it the other night.
And also, as a developer, I can build things that are easy for you to edit. So you can take control of your site. You're not stuck there.
Again, and
Googling or trying to figure out how to make it work with your
it's taken care of, and you can just go and edit it.
Simple, easy to use.
And that's something that if you were to thinking about, or you might not actually.
Yeah.
So it helps you.
I think that's something too that's a big deal for who the developer is you choose. So if you get someone that's not as experienced of a developer, they're not going to keep that in mind. So if you want to go and edit things yourself, you're going to be digging through code or trying not to delete a certain bracket, that kind of thing. But yeah, Alyssa's really great at setting things up so that the things that you will want to be updating, and she'll know those things, are going to be easy for you to access and go in and fix. But yeah, I think that's a telltale of who's more experienced with development. You can really see okay, you're just kind of figuring this out versus you know what you're doing. If they're prepping it for easy use ongoing, because yeah, you want control of your site. It's yours. You want to be able to update it at least a little bit if you need to change a picture, that kind of thing. And Alyssa really takes care of that for you, makes it possible. On that note, hiring a developer allows you to do the impossible. So as a designer, I've done a lot of Squarespace sites. I've done sites where I've tried to develop them myself, which was not good. And you end up designing within your means. And I think it was Picasso that said that quote of your style should never be dictated by your skills. So I think that's a really big quote about, hi, thanks for joining. Just that you should never be holding yourself in or boxing your abilities because you don't know how to do something. And by hiring out a developer, I'm able to design whatever the heck I want. And then I just call Alyssa up and I say, is this possible? How would we do this? And if she doesn't know, which is rare, she can be let's look into it. And she finds something, it's a simple plugin. We just have to do this, that kind of thing. And it really allows you to have more fun with it. Your designs aren't, decided by what template you're using, or in the case of Squarespace, even if I would design mock-ups for Squarespace sites, I was always working within what are Squarespace's capabilities? What am I allowed to do? And if I wanted to go outside of those, it was really a struggle because you'd have to break the code and everything else, which is totally possible. But yeah, there are definitely still limitations of what you can and cannot do. And if you're building it from scratch and getting that developer on board, then the possibilities are limitless. And I think that really changes the game, makes for better design, makes for optimal stuff. So if your business has different needs, which of course it's going to, your developer can build the site that will handle those needs exactly to what you need specifically versus just the template that people are guessing what your business will need, which probably won't turn out that well. And I think, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, it just reminds me of your quote last week of like house shopping or whatever, of like, yeah, if you go out house shopping, you're going to have this list of things you want, how many bedrooms, whatever, and you end up trying to find a house that compromises and has most of your needs. But if you had the ability to build the house from scratch, you obviously could get everything you wanted. So that's a good analogy for this situation. You get to make it exactly what's best for your specific needs.
Definitely. Well, something to your needs
results because it's tailored just to those results.
Totally.
But also,
for the premium hospital, I think it's just important to that just development.
I think it really applies to anything in business. And I think when you can outsource what you're not good at or don't enjoy, your business will just benefit. So I outsource design and I don't do that anymore. And it's helped me immensely. And I'm looking into outsourcing other things because while I could do them, I would rather rely on someone else who has more experience and it's in their wheelhouse to help take care of me. I think it's important.
Yeah, and it allows you to really focus on what you're best at. So
definitely. Okay, so one final benefit of hiring is ongoing support. So hire a developer in theory, maybe not all developers, but if you find a good one, you don't have to worry about changes to tech. Those updates and stuff are taken care of for you. So I have a development plan, and I regularly work with, and then I kind of headed them off before the changes took place, and I took care of them. So they were all taken care of. They didn't have to worry about it. But also when issues come up, I'm in their corner. I'm always available to answer questions and to give them that support. If they want to I'm there. I'm not 24/7 available, which, and it doesn't really feel good. But I am there. Send me an email and I'm available. To help you out with any issues that will arise. And we're also here for guidance. So, like I said, if you have issues or questions, we're here. We can guide you if you heard her teacher. You can let her know if she was wondering if something's possible. She just gets in contact with you and I can tell her, hey, this is possible, this is how to do it. So it really helps to have someone who knows the ins and outs. Really help keep control of that website and keep it running smoothly.
Yeah, and I think a big point here for all you Squarespace users, I think it was last year, Squarespace completely shut down. So everybody was emailing and saying, oh my God, because every site that was hosted on Squarespace was not working during that period. And if you got a response from their helpers, it was like, sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. We're working on it. But it's just, you got to think, if you're hosting your own website, you want control of it and you need somebody in your corner that can go and help and do something if something, God forbid, goes wrong. So in this case, if you have a developer that knows what's going on, they can quickly jump in and see if something, a plugin just needs to be updated or whatever. Versus if it was you trying to figure it out, you're like, okay, what do I do now? And it's total panic mode. So for sure, that's helped me just like regain the confidence and like know that, I have somebody in my court that's going to take care of me if something does go wrong. And Ashley's pointing out, everyone get rid of Linktree. For sure, it's the same thing. Like if you're hosting elsewhere, it's suddenly on them to take care of things. So if something goes wrong, there's nothing you can do about it. So regain that control. Hiring a developer is huge.
Yes. And going along with the guidance is that another way that the developer can provide you guidance is to create tutorials. So if you have me build a site for you, I give you a library of video tutorials that walk you through how all those new features on your site. They walk you through how to use them. So it's like 100
pages, certain features or certain
boxes that you can put stuff in. The videos are there for you, so you can actually update your site. You're not coming to me or a
developer saying, like those little updates.
So having a tutorial really do help versus, if you just DIY it, you're going to be back to Google again. And that's just going to get frustrating.
Yeah, and I think that's like a key differentiation of this bundle versus other just web design packages is you do include those tutorials, which I love because it's really like giving the power back to the client. You should be in control of your own site, at least knowing how to update simple things that need to, happen to keep your website up to date and relevant. So I think that's awesome that you supply that. Just giving people, the power back and letting them know how to do it. So that's awesome. But yeah, that's just one of the many pieces of the bundle where we actually like hold your hand and walk you through this process. We totally understand that starting your own website is an intimidating thing for a lot of people. And we really pride ourselves on like taking care of you each step of the way. So not only are we going to start with branding and completely flesh out your direct messages, the tone, feel, everything about what suits your unique business. But then, Alyssa takes care of all the development, makes your website really work after I'm doing the strategic design. And she includes all those things, like we mentioned before, that you would not even think about when building her website. So for sure, it's epic.
Yeah, and it's really helpful working with the team because Kelly, as a designer, she kind of knows some ins and outs of strategic design. So he's not going to just build something and then show it to you and be like, features, and then come to me and be like, I can't do that, or that's not possible.
Yeah,
it's going to behind the scenes to make sure that your site is beautiful and functional. So, we will have in that case. So it'll help you.
Yeah, and then you get two experts working on your project. So I recognize development's not my wheelhouse, and I let Alyssa take care of those. And she recognizes design's not her favorite, so she outsources and has me do it. So our collaboration really gives you like the best of both worlds, gives you the power back so you don't have to worry about the stress of the tech mess that we've all been in, but also takes care of all of the design aspects that I can handle for you. So it's really awesome. If you want to learn more, it's starcastlestudio.com/BBB. And did any of you guys have questions about hiring a developer, what that looks like, what the benefits are, anything we mentioned? For sure, you can ask questions in the comments, Instagram, Facebook, or message either of us. We always love to talk to everybody. And thanks, Ashley.
I have to. I'm tired.
He really is the best.
Thanks. It's going to be epic. But even specifically with this package, it's, holding your hand through it. You don't have to have all the answers. Like, even if you don't have certain things fleshed out fully, you're getting both of our heads thinking about it. And we're going to get you there to the ultimate best final product. So, yeah.
Are there any questions?
Don't think so, but like Kelly said, we're
available.
So sign up.
And we're always open to answering questions.
Oh yeah, and next week we're doing office hours, so we're only going to be answering questions that have come through. So I'm sure we'll post like an Instagram stories or something, trying to figure out what other questions you guys have. But definitely this is the time if you've been meaning to ask something or you're on the fence about the package, want to know more about the branding process, the web design process, the development, anything, shoot us a message or just comment, just reach out to us. And we'll cover it in the next video next week, Wednesday at 12 o'clock.
Yep, same place.
Yep. Website Wednesdays. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.